Hi, my name is Rudy Rodriguez with Atronics in Tucson, Arizona. This demonstration is going to cover purchase order suggestion processing. Purchase order suggestions are automatically created based on demand. Purchase orders can then be created based on purchase order suggestions. This demo reviews the setup, generation, editing, and processing of purchase order suggestions. The purchase order suggestions will create time-phased purchase order suggestions for all of the following demand: buy-to-order, sales order releases that are unlinked, direct job material, inventory requirements based on min-max, all subcontracted operations, and purchase requisitions marked as send to purchasing. Go ahead and log into Epicor. Make certain you're on the correct company. Most of you only have access to your company. First thing we're going to look at is the part master located under Material Management, Purchase Management, Setup. And we're going to look at part maintenance here. Next, we're going to visit the operation maintenance located under Production Management, Job Management, Setup, and Operation. Okay, under part maintenance, I am bringing up part 107-382, which is a part that belongs to a BOM for a Pierce finished harness, number 64-4125-H002. You notice it is a purchased part, and it will generate purchase suggestions as long as purchase suggestions is check-boxed here. The min-max fields are important, minimum quantity ordered, and the lead time. Also, the preferred vendor, preferred supplier, must be filled out along with the correct buyer. Okay, next we shall look at operations. Located here, Production Management, Job Management, Setup. And in operations, I'm going to look at OSTEQUIP. This represents an outside operation that needs to get done from someone other than our normal shop operation. The important field here for suggestions is the subcontract operation flag. If this is not set, it will not get any suggestions because Epicor will assume that it is an internal operation. It is highly recommended that you fill in a primary supplier for efficiencies, although it is not necessary. The next thing to do is to do a generate suggestions, and it is located here under Material Management, Purchase Management, General Operations. You can do a net change or a regen. It's like MRP. A regen will delete all suggestions and start from scratch, and a net change will generate from the last run only. You can choose a cutoff date if you prefer. And then I'm going to process PO suggestions right here. Once you've run PO suggestions, check for the Epicor system monitor located down here on the lower right-hand corner of your screen to monitor how long it takes to run it. You hit the refresh button and you can keep hitting it until it runs. I've seen it run in 5 minutes, and it might take as long as a couple of hours. And this is the way that you know that it is completed. Now that PO suggestions has run, you may now look at new PO suggestions and see what the system is advising you to purchase. Hit the binoculars. You can search by site, buyer, cutoff date. And in this case, there's very few in my example, so I'm going to just select them all. Then I'd go through each one and look at the last unit price. This should be filled in, but in the case that it's not, you can right-click on the part and it'll take you to Part Tracker. In Part Tracker, you can go to General and then Cost. And under Cost, you can see the last cost in case that there is not an average cost, as in this case. And you can copy it directly from that. And proceed to do the same for every line. Anytime that I switch to another part, Part Tracker will do the same. So I don't have to keep opening up the same app. It knows to go to the next one and the next one, as is sampled here. Now normally you should have the proper unit cost in there, as is the case with the rest of these. You must have a due date. If I try to process these without the due date, you notice the last two do not have a due date. So I'm clicking buy on all these, and on the last couple it's going to tell me you can't because you have to have a due date. So I can go to the details of that, select a due date when I need to have this delivered. Go to the next one, do the same thing. Once all are marked as purchase, I'm going to go to Actions, Generate Purchase Orders. The system will ask me who I want to do them for, everybody, or just this buyer. I'm going to say OK. It asks you again if you want to continue. And these are done. If I look, there's no recently generated purchase order suggestions. The thing to do next would be to go to purchase order entry, check them out, print them, email them to vendors, whatever it is that we'd like to do. I'm going to select one buyer and only the open purchase orders. You can see these that were done here recently, as in the last minute. Here is a purchase order ready to go.